In today's episode, I'll be talking about sales and why it's such an important skill to have. Whether you consider yourself an entrepreneur, whether you're applying for new jobs, or even in general, it could be trying to convince your friend to watch a new show. So let's break down why it's so important, especially in that entrepreneur scenario. Because for most entrepreneurs starting a new business, the chances are you're starting pretty small. So we're assuming here you're pretty much a one-man band without a sales team. So as you can probably imagine here, if you've got your product or your service that you're offering, if you aren't good at selling it, then how on earth are you going to get those clients? And this right here can be a very big problem, because imagine right now if you got someone, let's say, very intelligent, who might be amazing at making things, or let's say amazing techie making apps, but if they haven't got the sales skills, well then they can't get their product out to the market, at which point they're dead in the water. Without the sales skills, you're very limited. So let's look at two scenarios now. So in scenario one, this individual, the CEO, doesn't need any funding. But what they do need is customers. And how do you get customers? Well, with the marketing and sales. So right there, it's one of the first things you need to get going. And in scenario two, this individual needs funding. So it's a bit like, let's say, Dragon's Den. They'll be selling their idea to prospective buyers to get the funds possible. So again, if you can't articulate properly and sell your product, you're going to have no success. And of course, you may have heard, if you have a great product, it sells by itself. And that is true. The better the product, the less you have to sell it. But let's assume here that your product isn't the best of all time. So chances are it's safer to get better at sales to assist you with making that sale. So if you want help on how to be a better salesman, there are many online videos and many courses on Coursera. I actually recently read this old classic called kind of Spin Selling, where it's basically talking about how to ask the right questions. So I recommend you give that a read if you haven't. And if not, I might actually myself make a video talking about spin selling on this channel. And also intertwined with sales is negotiation, which is a very top skill to have too. But I'll be making a separate video about this. Okay, so let's now look at the job seeker scenario. You've got job interviews and you want to sell yourself. You want to persuade the other person that you're the best fit for that role. And a question you might receive is, why should we hire you? And if you read the Spin book, you will know that you want to instead focus on what they need and how you can solve their problems, as opposed to you simply listing your qualifications and what you know. That's not the best solution here. And actually linked to the whole doing well in interviews, I've heard that there's a great book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. So I'll be giving that one a read, and hopefully you will too. But finally, a great byproduct of what you'll gain by learning how to sell is that you'll become more resilient, more confident, and learn how to handle rejection. Because think about this, if you're doing cold calls, or door-to-doors, or simply trying to find someone to invest in your business, well, the chances are here that 9 out of 10, if not more people, will reject and say no to you. But ultimately, all you need is that one person to say yes. So perseverance would be what you gained here. And this resilience which you would have built would be so key in life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and bell notification. Feel free to leave any comments and any suggestions for future content. And as ever, onwards and upwards.